fright comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call as you drove your Volvo into a canal? Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio. I'm alone.
Gonna give him the count.
There we go. But we're going into the other one now. So
Yeah, we can't go into another episode.
Who does the high bits of that song?
Well, it's Claudia Schiffer.
Claudia Schiffer.
Yeah.
Rears her ugly head again.
I'm doing that thing where you say something really funny and then I say it.
Yeah. But what I did though, because that wasn't a callback, because I said that before we started recording.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's not how it works.
you're going to take that. And
Yeah.
We'll...
Well, like, you know that natural joke that happened
Yeah.
before the podcast started? I'm just going to jank that in.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we'll take it. It's our own now.
Yes.
No, we own that.
it's really
So-
funny because
Yeah.
Dom Kidson's here, everyone.
Dom Kidson. Woo! Everybody clap.
Round of
Woo!
applause. We actually have a round of applause button, don't we?
Somewhere,
Other
mate,
podcasts do that.
Yeah.
There's no point. What's the point?
Hey, never mind. We'll just do that. Megaphone. We're done.
Yeah. Dom Kidson's here, everybody. And Greenoff's in the corner as well.
Hello.
Just to keep you on track.
Yeah, just staying at his house. So, it was either that or he's just having a knockabout outside.
It's your handler, your care.
Yeah, kind of.
we've
Yeah.
got
In a way.
We've got Dom's handler with us. Greenoff's here as well. And Dom referred off podcast to Greenoff's girlfriend, who said was Claudia Schiffer.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny in the moment.
Really gone now, though, that moment. So...
Dom, for anybody who doesn't know who you are, who the fuck are you?
Very good question.
Let's
So,
dive into that.
the kind of guy people get on podcasts when they're really struggling. So,
Just talk us through your day, Dom. Like, what time did you wake up today?
today, I woke up about, what would have been like 7 or something, actually.
That's early.
Then it is early. Yeah, I went to bed at 10 because I'm just that kind of guy nowadays.
Yeah.
When
Healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah. Clean living.
Not much to do.
Not much to do.
Not much to do of an evening. And then I was tired from the weekend still.
What?
Yeah.
What happened at the weekend?
Big old party.
What kind of party?
So a colleague was DJing.
Right.
And
you've been known
as
to
a
do
man with not many friends in London, I really had to pounce on the opportunity of a colleague DJing. And
Did you take your CDs with you?
I didn't know. No.
Rad Beats 1 and 2.
Yeah, Rad Beats 1 and 2. Well, there was more than one. To be fair, I don't know what happened to them CDs. They did sort of. I don't know if you remember, but like I had a big problem in the past when we were DJing where they would just skip because they were covered in beer.
Yes.
And I'd have to sort of
another bodily
pour
fluids.
more beer on them to sort of wipe them off.
That's,
and then
sorry to interject, but that's triggered something in my brain. One of the first mixes I ever heard you do, and you'll be able to help me through this because of my skibbity brain, is you mix Sail Away with something.
Are you talking about the Christmas time one?
Probably.
It was Walking in the Air.
Yeah, by Alec Jones.
But into Old Dirty Bastards.
And if you don't think those
Shimmy Shimmy Y'all.
and if you don't think those two tracks work, they absolutely do.
Yes.
In a way they do.
Yeah, they do.
And I remember seeing that, thinking this guy's going places.
And also, so with that, because there is a video clip of that, I also proved that like BPM doesn't mean anything. So
BPM means nothing.
No.
BPM's just a pipe dream. Anyway, you're out in London on Saturday. You went to see your colleague DJing.
Yeah.
You didn't take your CDs. You weren't trying to get a DJ
just
set.
there as a punter. Reduced to the status of a punter nowadays.
Yeah. Had to pay for your own drinks?
Yeah.
Okay.
The old credit card came out.
Has it got a name?
The credit card?
Yeah, has your credit card got a name?
Lloyd. if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's got my name written on it, actually, so it's probably called Dominic, isn't it?
Lloyd Kidson.
Yeah, Lloyd.
How's Lloyd holding up? Is he okay?
Oh, he only rears his ugly head when I'm drunk and my other debit card doesn't work.
Yeah.
Which can happen on a night out.
Mine's saved on my credit card saved on my phone, which is dangerous because I just go, fuck it.
What I've done with that is I only put like a budgeted amount for the week on that. and then that will just stop working, and because I'll be too drunk to get my banking app out, the old credit card comes out.
It's like fucking Martin Lewis, this, isn't it?
It is, yeah,
It's genius. It's genius. So you've put preventative measures in place to stop you from spending like a cunt.
Yeah. But then having a credit card completely negates that. I just have to worry about it in a month's time or something. So that builds.
Even then, you have to minimum payment, innit?
Yeah.
Money's a construct anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just spend it all.
Tell Lloyd that, mate. Yeah. He'll be coming kicking down my door
Is he
with his 4 legs.
Is he massive?
He's a horse, mate.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a horse that's also a dog?
No. He's a horse.
Yeah. Only idiots would make that joke.
He has a theme tune, doesn't he, old Lloyd? And I can't quite.
I mean, it could. I reckon one of his relatives did have the Black Beauty theme tune written about them.
Right. Yeah.
But
Do you reckon Lloyd?
that's about it.
Do you reckon Lloyd's like sort of modelled on Black Beauty?
I mean, as far as like a black horse can go, who was the original? War Horse? Was that the original one?
I don't know. Who was the original Black Horse?
Please hold.
Yeah, can you Google that one? Thank you. So Lloyd's made an appearance. The weekend's a little bit messy. Where were you in London?
Hackney Way. Hackney Wick and then Hackney, I think.
Right.
It's hard to tell.
They're all made up places to me down south. There's nowhere open past 1 a.m.
I bloody found somewhere, mate.
On a weekday. What's it called?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Is it an exclusive members-only club that you can go to if you're a millionaire or friends with millionaires?
I highly doubt it. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't.
So you're in Hackney Wick, late. What's late these days for Dom Kidson?
Oh, strolling on home. Got home in bed by 8
a.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah, AM. Big time.
So you were out.
PM would be a real pathetic story, wouldn't it?
Well, that might be late for you now. You said you were in bed by 10 the other day, so
yeah, no, fair.
8 a.m. the following day.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like years ago,
what kept you up that long?
Oh, who knows? Vim and vigor.
Vim and vigor.
Yeah, vim and vigor. Yeah.
Piss and vinegar.
Yeah, enthusiasm.
Just a great,
a
great DJ.
The atmosphere of having a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of songs are in this DJ set?
No idea. Yeah. It was very housey, and I'm not like a big house person. But any port in a storm.
Do you play "Show Me Love" by Robin S?
Not that I know of.
Crap.
I'm not great with music, as we've discussed.
Did you request Robbie Williams?
I should have.
Have you got any Robbie Williams?
I was very much on a Robbie Williams hype.
Yeah, right. Since we watched the film with the monkey. The biopic, and then you just remember how great Robbie Williams was, and
he's got bangers, man.
Mate, everyone's a banger.
Yeah,
incredible. Yeah, and
that's
and I never realised he was a monkey the entire time. What a twist! What a twist!
The twist really happened straight away in that biopic.
Great, yeah. Why keep putting twists at the end? Shyamalan or whatever his name is. Yeah, that is the biggest twist. I saw that and I just walked out and I was like, great film.
Just straight in there, I'm a monkey.
Can't believe they take that out of Simeon in it.
Yeah.
Take that. So, really, you wanted to be listening to Robbie Williams, but you were forced to listen to house music all night.
Well, in a like quite nice poetic way, I kind of always am listening to Robbie Williams, no matter what's on. But
in your head, whatever.
Is it? It's got to be Angels, right? That's in your head.
No, not Angels, mate. What's the? I mean, we're starting with Rock DJ just to get the party popping.
Let's talk through
the one that's I'm Your Son. What's that one called? Come Undone. Now that is a tune. Millennium.
Dream Robbie Williams playlist is starting with you got 10 tracks. Robbie Williams.
Oh, come on, this is right. I don't like being on the spot. Having to remember things like friends' names.
You've got your phone next to you. You can go through your Spotify. So Rock DJs first.
Filming this, Jim.
Come Undone.
We're filming this. Come Undone.
It's fine. We use phones all the time. So good. People know.
This is a podcast, by the way. You do whatever you want. You can literally sit in silence for an hour, as we just discussed, if you really want to.
No, that's not going to be
ambience of Kidson.
Yeah, I mean, Just heavy breathing.
Kids.
The occasional bottle opening.
Kids with Kylie Minogue.
Oh, see, that is, another absolute classic.
I performed that at a school talent show.
With who?
With one of my
With your girlfriend
on your own?
my girlfriend at the time.
Was
Yeah.
it
Fair.
Siobhan Vaughan?
It might have been. Well, you just named her, so
Did you do like the sexy dancing and stuff that comes with it?
yeah, it's very inappropriate on stage.
Yeah.
We were 14.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
14's quite. It's quite. We were talking before about the fact that you were a like more of a kind of like new metal fan.
Yeah.
I
good
imagined at the age of 14, not at.
I think it's
you were
more.
rocking the DJ.
I think it's more my girlfriend's thing at the time. And I was
Choice,
like,
yeah.
sure, I like attention. So
And it didn't last. Incredible.
There was you've been together quite a long time at the time. But there was a running joke that her name was Siobhan. When they got married, she'd be Siobhan Vaughan.
Oh, the top quality that. But then what?
hilarious.
Really good.
And then what?
But they never got married, obviously.
No, they didn't. No. So how?
If you're still out there, please.
And this is a question to for. And this
Do
is
you
a
remember that
question,
time?
like as a question to you, because you're the only one that's done it, to my knowledge. How long do you have to be going in for a relationship before you get to the duet stage?
I think it was about a year. You can't just go in with a duet. Like,
You can't
do you want to
start,
do a duet with me?
unless your relationship begins at a karaoke night.
You were
Right, if you
working
first
as a
meet, that could
hostess
be a
at
good
a
way in.
karaoke
No, that is good
night.
actually. So I've done a duet with Greenough actually last Christmas. That wasn't the duet. It was at last.
What was it? I have
comedy.
no memory of this.
I've got you, babe. It was your idea, mate. But I've known him since maybe 17, 18.
Yeah.
So and
That's
but I only feel just at the duet phase with him.
Yeah.
So like how?
It takes you quite a long time to warm to people. We've known each
Yeah,
other.
I've got real commitment issues.
We've known each other a long time and we've never duetted, have we? We've known each other 10 years.
No, but
15 years?
it's a big thing to
Yeah, I
duet.
don't know.
It's just a,
Yeah.
it's a lot
soul
of trust.
bonding experience.
It's a lot of trust you're putting into the other person.
Yeah.
Because like even then, like Robbie must have been like, God, I hope she fucking remembers the words.
I was just like, don't fuck this up for me.
Yeah.
This is important.
yeah.
This is an important school talent contest.
If you fuck this up, I swear to God.
We could make it to regionals.
Did you see it?
Was
Did you
that
see the future?
was that the end of you?
I think
You
that
guys.
after that,
Did she fuck it up?
I think I fucked it up. Yeah.
Well, the
I
song
think-
Well,
or the
she-
relationship.
Do you know I got the music videos wrong. Do you know the end of like Rock DJ where he strips and then his skin falls off?
Oh yeah.
I
we
went-
didn't do that at school, did
I
you?
went that angle and it just fell apart.
Yeah.
Good
at
Lord.
At 14.
Exactly.
There was one teacher that stuck around. The creepy one.
Yeah.
Did you have any of them teachers at your school?
There was.
You must have talked about that on this podcast, surely.
There was
Yeah, of
one,
course we have.
definitely. Yeah, there was. Everybody has a story about a weird teacher. Just too many girls sitting on his lap, and at the time was just
One's too many.
Yeah,
surely.
yeah.
yeah, this is it.
At once. Too many at once. Yeah.
Even
How
when
big was his lap?
huge lap?
Huge.
Or was he not even? Did he even do the guise of dressing as Santa? Or
No, nothing. Just went raw.
extraordinary.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember at the time thinking bit odd, but when you get old, you're like, yeah, no, should have been on a list. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of mine who was a maths teacher.
One of.
One of yeah. There's right.
Few.
And he made all of the girls in maths dress in their PE kits and do the song dance to Last Ketchup. Remember that song, Last Ketchup, in their PE kits during a maths lesson in the youth club that we had at the school.
Okay, girls.
And he kept his job.
They do. They just do. They get away with it.
Was it so that this teacher was later found out to be a paedophile? Or
I don't
is-
actually know, to be honest. Like, I don't actually. Yeah, I did actually Google him. Like
That just
afterwards.
happened, and then
Yeah, and then it took me a while to look back on it. I was like, that was an odd thing for a maths teacher to do.
like a fever dream. Looking back on it, like
I mean, even if
wasn't-
it was a music teacher, that would be an odd
yeah,
situation. But yeah,
Was it just like, was it even suggested that, hey, you guys fancy like doing a bit of a dance to Last Catch Up?
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really there in the organisation period of it. It just sort of happened. But they all had their PE kits,
Yeah.
and it was weird at the time. I was thinking, why is this happening?
Yeah.
But
Did you enjoy it?
No, what I did was joined in, and it really ruined it for him. I could tell in his eyes.
Were you in your PE kit?
No, I wasn't. No, I don't think that's what it. Yeah.
I don't know if your schools were the same, but in music is one of the things I really look forward to. Music classes, and we did fuck all music.
It was just the keyboards.
It was theory and the keyboards around the corner. And
DJ.
He tried to teach us tubular bells on the keyboard.
What, like, this is what I'm getting at. Like, why? I want to learn fucking Take a Look Around by Limp Bizkit on guitar. Nah.
Yeah, fair.
We learned Zombie Nation on our keyboards.
Wow, that's fun, isn't
That
it?
was quite good, actually, to be fair. Still play that now, by the way.
Bang it.
Yeah, no,
Just
it's
so
absolutely banging.
just so you know, yeah.
That used to go down well at Clothesline, actually.
It did.
Yeah.
So well done for getting us back on track, Dom, because otherwise we could have just steered off into the skid for forever.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that someone's in the driving seat of this fucking shit show, isn't
thank
it? Or just
God.
talking about pedo teachers. How much of that can you put out?
Thank God.
So I was thinking about just starting naming them.
Yeah. Well, we had John.
Top
Aaron.
10 pedo teachers.
Top 10 pedo teachers, all of yours.
Coming to the top 10 of anything on the spot is very difficult.
In at number 10.
Yeah.
I was just asking you what was in your Robbie Williams playlist, and you couldn't even give me two songs.
No, I couldn't. No, I did.
You didn't even think Angels, did you? And we'd mentioned that previously.
No, but Angels is too obvious, isn't it? I mean, Angels will be up there, surely.
Robbie Williams deep cuts. Has he got any? Yeah. Well, no, he has, hasn't he? We've spoken about it with Chain.
My
What's
friend
it called?
Chain, yeah, Secret, Robbie Williams, love it. Coming out
Phoenix
with
and
this
the
like
Flames.
Phoenix and the Flames. Never
Oh,
heard.
I loved Phoenix
I
on the
didn't even
Flames.
know.
Yeah.
Played it. I was like, it changed my life.
I can't remember what album it was. It might have been on the Millennium album. I can't remember which one I owned. It was
Just
only.
one Robbie Williams album, was it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that when you got your tattoo?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Don't tell me you got a Robbie Williams tattoo. Incredible.
Yeah. There's a big zipper down my spine, and at the bottom it says, "I come undone." But yeah.
Fucking hell. Fucking
Who
hell.
lets a 7-year-old get that?
It's good responsible parenting.
Yeah.
I love the juxtaposition of podcasts from this week to the last week.
Yeah.
So good. I fucking love it. This is why I do it.
Do we even need to tell people how we know each other? Probably not really.
I think so. Yeah, because like if say like you got some new listeners because you had some interesting content on like last week, which I enjoyed that podcast last week. I'll just say, and then some new listener. We've not even said who I am.
The people that
not that it's going to make any sense when you do. We're just straight in there. You are.
I did give you the chance to anybody. And you said you can't.
The people that have come for Sheffield.
It's easier for It's easier for someone to describe you and then you react than just who are you?
Yeah. The people that have come for the Sheffield stuff will like this one. We met at Threads.
Yes, possibly.
We'd met before that time. Dave, I'm sorry, you're going to have to bleep some of this. You and Ben Morris turned up at my flat share house in Sheffield, and you were both high on. So, can you bleep the bit where I said he's high on?
Maybe just bleep the whole sentence. Yeah.
He doesn't want anyone to know that.
Let me get the notepad.
Me and Ben Morris turned up to your house.
High on.
Yeah, and probably you don't really get high on.
Like really,
I don't think I would have been on like
you.
Okay.
You definitely were.
I knew about that time and-
you and Ben. You and Ben turned up at my house, and there was a lot of something going on.
Yeah.
And then, and you were like,
now it sounds like me and Ben Morris were having a relationship.
Yeah, I think you were. I think you were going to.
Am I bleeping Ben's name? Or?
No, you can leave Ben's name and he'll be fine with it.
You was doing before cool because now it's everywhere.
You got to bleep all that because he doesn't want any reference to any of that happening.
Every time we mention the word,
it's got to be bleeped out.
That's got to be bleeped out.
Got it. That's gone.
No, don't worry, I
So
got
I'll
it.
just say it later on to fuck with the edit.
Yeah.
In the middle of a different conversation.
Don't worry, ChatGPT's got my back. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. So, yeah, and then you were like, I'm off to DJ at the Harley. Because you had a different voice back then as well. You had a deep,
That
much
was
deeper
that
voice.
was a different. No, so you're mixing up all the timelines here.
Maybe
That
I
was
am.
well after that, the old
Okay.
throat bollock thing.
Okay, we'll get on
So
to
you call that in radio a throw forward. Now they're thinking, I'll keep tuned in.
Yeah, keep tuned into the throat bollock. So you told me you were off to DJ at the Harley, which at the time I was like, he might be the coolest man I've ever met. And then about half a year later, I was DJing at Threads, and you and Ronnie, I think, came up to me and you got down on your knees and said, please, come DJ for me. I'm a big deal in these parts. I throw a Wednesday night at the Harley Bar. I could give you £25 and as many red stripes as that are left over after I've drank them.
That sounds about right.
24. So we.
I don't actually remember that. My memory is first meeting you when you were going. You were actually DJing at Clothesline, which is Wednesday night at the Harleys.
So, which was Wednesday night at the Harley.
Yeah. So
for all the people that have tuned in for the Sheffield history.
Oh, it's Wednesday today, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be. Fuck, is it Clothesline tonight?
Clothesline. Yeah. So Clothesline was.
Well, you're the first CEO I've ever met.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah.
You were the CEO.
So that was a
of
night
Clothesline,
that
weren't
me
you?
and Chris Arnold
R.I.P.
and I think that was it. R.I.P. Yeah. Did it and the idea initially was that we were gonna have like a clothes swap on a night out,
Yes, yeah.
and then that only happened once, and
Well-
it never and then never happened again because it was a real fucking mess doing that in the alley.
Was it just you? So I remember being there at one of those early ones by accident.
Oh
I
yeah.
was sat in there drinking with a friend, and you turned up to start DJ, and you just hung a load of T-shirts on the front of the DJ decks.
Yeah, so I think that's kind
on
of
hangers.
That was kind of the way it died out because there was one time we had a rail in the middle, and what
Right.
happened was people just took the clothes and didn't leave any. So, and I can't remember where the clothes came from. I think it might have been lost and found or something at the alley. So it was a real smorgasbord of shite.
And it would have all stank as
yeah,
well,
it would have
yeah.
all stank.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I bet someone took them.
Yeah.
And then I think
When did you learn to DJ?
never really.
What
Still
was
not
your,
never.
What was your desire and passion apart from Robbie Williams?
I think it was just that it was. I don't know. I can't really remember, to be honest. I think there was just some open slots, and then Chris said just to do it. So I burnt some CDs, like just enough songs to play.
What were they called? Rad Beats 1?
There was
Were
right.
they the first one?
God, I should have brought them with me. No, Rad Beats was later on
Right.
when I was, because I think initially I just played like blues music, which really
Actually, I remember that. Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen
And
you
then
DJ
actually-
a soul set as well, which was nice.
yeah, it was like blues and soul type stuff.
Yeah.
And then that sort of morphed into what I like to call Rad Beats. And that's when I compiled albums such as Rad Beats 1, Rad Beats 2, and Rad Beats 3.
Have
And
you
then-
made these into Spotify playlists, which everybody can listen to? 'Cause that
No,
would
I'm
be
not. I'm not really
onto
big up on technology. So
Fair
these
play.
were burnt onto CD.
They were
And-
beautiful mixtapes, to be fair. I can remember what's on some of them. Rhythm is a Dance is definitely on Rad Beats.
I think that was on several times
Yeah.
of different things because I kept forgetting what songs are on. It was weird. So I could only sort of knew what was on the CDs when I was drunk.
Yeah, and,
So,
and it was
like-
a certain amount of drinks
And
as
it was
well.
almost, yeah. It was almost like a sixth sense intuition thing.
It's like a superpower, man.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was odd because if I looked at them when I was sober, I was like, I have no idea what that song even is because it was all scrawled in biro.
Yeah.
Then you have a few drinks, your eyes roll back into your head, and then it's like, oh, I'm one with the CD.
And then the
walk-
party started. Yeah.
You walked into your CDs. Didn't
I
you?
would love to put these out and bring you into the millennial phase, and just I could imagine like the artwork now, just a photo shoot, just Rad Beats 1, it's just your face,
Yeah.
and then Rad Beats 2 is like you in a field.
Is that still cool? Can people do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Rad beats, just a thumb on the album cover.
Yeah.
Because I can't help but do that, and that is the fucking lamest thing, innit?
No,
if you
perfection.
see somebody you think's quite cool, you're like, yeah, see you in a bit, mate. I was like, fuck, that's come out again.
Your thumb.
It's just lame, innit?
Yeah.
When was that cool?
I don't know.
I don't think it ever was, but the fact that it
in the
hasn't-
countryside in Leicestershire, it's to like a pig or something. I don't know what. Yeah, it weren't ever cool.
Which is your humble beginnings,
Yeah, my humble beginnings.
Colville. You were talking about your McDonald's days in the car before. You were wistfully looking back at your McDonald's days. You
Yeah,
said
I mean,
you drank grease.
Tell us about the McDonald's period.
That Dylan goes electric.
yeah. Yeah, so
Tell about that chapter of your life.
McDonald's.
so that was my first top quality stuff. That Jim.
Thank you, everyone.
To be fair, when we were drunk in a McDonald's once, I don't know if you remember this.
I do. Yeah.
No, I went, what you ordered? You went 7 hash browns. I was like, something, I said, what the fuck?
Right. So he said 11 earlier, and you've just said 7. I think I had 15. You know.
Yeah, you went.
Because you can have 15 hash browns on the trot after a night out because it was in it must have been
possible. Yeah.
It was because it must have been breakfast, eh?
I think I said something like 20. You went, no, 15. I'm not a savage, and I just lost it.
It said.
That was when I first met you.
Did you just? Did
yeah,
you,
I can't really remember our first meeting. I just remember the ethereal being that.
So the first night that you met Dom, we DJ'd at Threads, which ties in nicely to last week's episode. We DJ'd at Threads for the first time. Then we went up to the Harley because we finished earlier than you did, and you and Ronnie were DJing a 90s night or something as Clothesline on a Saturday. We got there at 3:30. We got in. We had some beers. We stayed for a lock-in, obviously, as always happens. And then we waited until Mackey's was open for breakfast. We all got a taxi down to Mackey's.
Yeah.
We piled in. I think you ordered 11 hash browns. And Dave was like, have you just ordered 7 hash browns? And you went, no, I've ordered 11. I'm not an animal or something.
Yeah, and that just, that was the
And
first,
that sent
really.
you over the edge.
No,
I
fair play.
remember that just sitting in my. I don't remember a lot.
I think that was
but
the first time
remember.
you'd ever seen True Wealth, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just emanating in front of me. Just
Yeah.
true wealth.
Wow, that's what wealth looks like.
I was like,
right
is this
there.
what the city boys do?
Yeah, 11. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that
You
must
work
have
in
been.
Canary Wharf now, so it's kind of on.
Do you like? I can afford more than 11 now, boys. No, no, not at all.
12 hash browns.
Yeah.
Oh, hash browns, you greedy bastard.
Is that the same McDonald's I cried at outside of?
Yes, yeah.
Cool,
Yeah, it is, yeah,
cool.
yeah. A lot of history of that McDonald's from me and you, to be fair.
Just the one. Is it
by
down
the
there?
Fargate.
It's one down there, I think. No,
The-
not the Fargate one. The,
one on the
24-hour
roundabout.
one, I think.
Oh,
The
Queen's
one on the
Road.
roundabout by the gym. Yeah.
I had
Queen's
what
Road, that's
I
it.
would call a wet meltdown.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much wet we talking? Just from the eyes?
Oh, everywhere.
Cried,
Pissed myself,
pissed
yeah.
himself.
Thought life was over because my girlfriend dumped me. Anyway, carry on.
Siobhan.
Oh,
It was after Siobhan.
No, fair.
It was after that
Another
one.
S. Another S.
Sandra.
You know. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah. Yeah, she was 50. You were a bit young, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, mate.
Yeah.
She was a music teacher.
Yeah. And she had wicker slippers.
She made me sit on her lap.
So I started working at McDonald's when I was 16, and it was
I'm just gonna let you go, mate. You go.
it was really like there wasn't many businesses around her, and it was probably the closest one to me, and it was actually a great laugh.
How did you find the interview process?
So the town I'm from is sort of, I don't know how true this is, but it's kind of known for like inbreeding and that. So I think really just turning up, stringing a few sentences together, having the right amount of fingers, you're in. You're in. Do you want to be a manager? Like that sort of vibe. But
Yeah.
and it was a great laugh, really. Yeah, I really
Shout-
enjoyed it. It's a great job as a teenager.
Shout out to Colville.
Shout out to Colville, yeah.
Yeah. Any enemies in Colville?
I don't think so, no.
Were you universally liked as a person?
I don't think I was that known in Colville, to be honest.
Yeah. Never roughed anyone up the wrong way?
No, not that I know of, but like, you know, you're never sure, are you?
Is it a dangerous place? Do you visit often?
I don't visit that often. I think I was under an impression it was a very dangerous place when I was younger. And I don't know if it probably was, but I don't, yeah, it's quite difficult when you're from a village and the town's there.
What
And
was
you have
it?
no sort of idea of the outside world. Then you
Yeah.
just think it is. And but it, you know, it was probably as like any other place, but it's sort of within Leicestershire, sort of quite famous for being a bit shit. So if you meet someone, they often do say,
They threaten you with a bit of Colville. I'll take you up Colville.
yeah.
Show you a bad time.
Yeah, why not? But yeah, I mean, it was but yeah, fair.
Oh well, what else should I tell the people about you, Dom? You used to work at the Wick at both ends.
Yeah, I did in Sheffield, yeah, which was it was a good time actually. Yeah, real
was
fun.
that a happy time for you?
I think it was, but it was in a way quite a bleak time.
Yeah, is that because of the mounds of...
Fucking hell.
So bleep that.
No,
Is
it
that
was
because of all the mounds of... It's not tits.
Well, that never happened. Can't spread that around.
No, that was me. Sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I've got to be careful because Dom knows things about me
Yeah, no, innit? So
that you
I
could...
thought you had some questions for me. This
I don't have any questions for you. This is just an informal
All right,
chat
yeah,
about
fair.
your life and who you are, and we've got you in because I thought the people want to see you.
Yeah, fair.
They do, and they do want to see you. We've had all sorts of responses. We had some questions for you.
Go on then. Hit us with them.
This one's from James Thurman.
Go on.
Why is Dom always super nice to me when he's sober, but when he's drunk, he's an absolute cunt?
James Sermon said that.
Yeah. When he's drunk, he's an absolute cunt to me.
How have you memorised that question?
Just quite a good memory.
This
in
is
that.
yeah. You'll notice this about Jim. I got used to this over the podcast where he just kind of like comes out with these facts. I was like, "How are you?" I don't remember anything. This man remembers everything. You could be careful.
And then what? James Sermon said that.
James Thurman sent that in as a question today. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite a hard question to answer, really. I quite like James Sermon. Sorry, I did.
How many
I did quite like
how
James
many?
Sermon.
Yeah. Are
How
you
many-
slowly starting?
How
to-
many beers have you had now? Because that's probably a tipping point, isn't it?
Don't know. Should we count?
Yeah.
No, this. I don't know.
There's you've not had enough beers.
Well,
to
you'll
not
say
like James Thurman.
7, he'll say 11, and I'll say 15.
I'll ask you again later on in the podcast if you like James Thurman. At the minute you do, so there might be a point where we can
Find
judge-
out the Patreon whether he
I
likes
think-
find out on the Patreon how many beers it takes before Dom doesn't like James Thurman. Basically,
I think I do like James Sermon. I think
Yeah, currently.
just one of those things that when you're a bit
Keep-
drunk, you're just a bit silly, and
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think I can occasionally, depends on the brand of drunk I am.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I can be quite mean, but I don't think I mean it. I think I'm trying to be funny, but I
it's
really time it
affectionate.
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah, or say the wrong thing, which is it's a thing, isn't it?
Another question that's come in. This is from.
What, are they coming through the headphones? Where are these coming from?
no. I've
We're
asked-
getting one now, Dom.
We asked
One's
people
coming
on
in now.
social media, and then they've delivered these questions to me telepathically. I'm receiving them now.
Right.
One of them was,
You have got headphones on. What's going on here?
yeah. Do you like wrestling men naked at 6 a.m.?
I have done that, kind of, not fully naked, but who's been saying that? The fact that I don't know a specific person's quite a bad chance.
Who do you think might have sent that one in?
Oh God, it could be a few people. Ash White
It's not Ash White, no. It's that one's from Chris Arnold. Just wondered if you
would never touch him even clothed. Don't know where that's come from.
So you don't want to wrestle Chris naked at 6 a.m.
Absolutely not. No,
Not anymore.
no. I mean, I think you need to. I don't know. I want to at least be around someone before you want to wrestle them naked.
Yeah. How many years do you have to know someone before you want to wrestle them naked? Is that a shorter amount of time than duet?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. I mean, define wrestle.
Oh, I don't know. What did you do? As I wasn't there for these 6 a.m.
I mean,
wrestles.
neither was I in a way.
You're there in body, not in mind.
Certainly in body. All of the body.
It was
All of the
majestic,
body, brother.
yeah.
But then
How naked are we talking?
I don't know. We
Cock
so
to
there
cock?
was a point in our life, not our life, my life, but I wasn't the only one there, that we did sort of like party to a little bit, and then we would strip to the waist,
Yeah.
do a bit of bare knuckle boxing, and
Did you get knocked out once
no,
by Ben Sipple?
the opposite, if anything.
Did you knocked him out?
No, I didn't knock him out, but
I want to know the setting for this.
Yeah, where were you?
it's the car park behind behind 33.
Did you begin your own fight club or something?
In a weird way, yeah, but I didn't start it. I
Are we
didn't
allowed to
start it.
talk
I was
about it?
just an enthusiastic. I was just an enthusiastic member. So that was good, actually. Sorry, I spoke over him. Say that again.
Nothing.
Oh no.
So are we allowed to talk? Fucking
Yeah, there we say that was
fight club joke. Innit?
crikey. Imagine
It's
that.
good, yeah.
Makes
I've
one
never
good
seen the
joke an
film.
episode, and we spoke over it.
I've never seen the film.
Well, you
Have you
know-
not?
No.
Just read the book.
Yeah, I don't know the ending.
Oh, turns out quite all right. I remember.
I think it is. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those M. Night Shyamalan twists or something.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah,
ending.
yeah.
Brad Pitt's actually a horse, but he's
Oh shit, Lloyd.
but he's really a dog.
with a bollock in his neck.
With a bollock in his neck. Wow.
Well, that brings
lots of things all coming together in this part.
I would just really, as Dom's handler, I just really want him to tell him to tell the
throw bollock story. I think we should get there. So there's been lots of nights where you were out till 6 a.m. wrestling men. Another friend would like to know, where did you end up on my stag do after my stag do, and
God.
why?
So, why is always a good question, isn't it? That's the only one I can't answer. But so where did I end up?
Yeah.
So I remember I was with everyone, and I remember I was very drunk in the sort of taxi on the way there. And
Yes.
this is the kind of guy Jimmy Mayers, that the sort of bus thing had a stripper pole in it,
Yes.
and I was getting involved in that. And then we reached Sheffield, and then I got lost.
I'd just like to pause for a second so I could explain this. We were staying outside of Sheffield in Castleton in a youth hostel. We were going to Sheffield for a night out, and my friends, Kaylin and Ree, who had organised the stag do, had booked us like a Venga bus to take us from Castleton to Sheffield. And the Venga bus thing that came and picked us up had a stripper pole on.
Which I believe was your only request on the whole stag do.
No, it was. Yeah.
Whatever happens, as long as we get a Venga bus with a stripper pole.
I don't give a fuck, yeah.
And so I remember that bit. And then I remember being let into somewhere that I shouldn't have been, really, because I was 3 sheets to the wind, let's say. And then
Okay.
And then I remember sort of my phone wasn't working, and I couldn't really work out why. And then I ended up like falling asleep in a bush, which is the best option.
When that happens,
Which was
when your phone
near
stops working.
one of the big Tesco's.
If in doubt, sleep in a bush.
Yeah, and then the next day I woke up, and what it was like a full on like car park with like a car boot going on. So they must have like set up. It was in full swing.
You woke up in a car
and there must
boot
have just
sale.
been a guy just asleep next to it, because I thought I would be hidden. And then I went behind this bush to be hidden, and it turns out there was a full-on car boot sale going on the next day behind me.
Yeah.
And they must have just left me there. And they must have, when they awkwardly set up the stalls, been like, "Have you seen that guy? Yeah, just leave him. Just leave him." And then I sort of woke up, and then
Did you have a peruse of the...
I had a browse.
Oh, I bought
Bought some tat.
Got
Bought some
knickknacks.
tat. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
While I'm here.
And then like, and I remember the sort of atmosphere. And they're like, "Always up." Like, no, yeah, like
Always up. Morning.
it was probably like prime car boot time. I don't know if you've ever been to a car boot, but you have to go there early.
Loads.
But like
How
early
many
doors,
people
you need.
Was it a small car?
It was a
boot?
relatively
mid-sized
small car
car
boot. I'm talking like, let's say 15 stalls. He'll say
15.
7, he'll say 11, but there's like 15 stalls. And then, and like a fair people, like say like 30 odd people.
30 people.
And
It's quite a small.
but like some people must have thought it was probably some sort of art thing going on. And then I woke up and had to what, and turns out
David
my phone just
Dickinson.
needed switching off and on again, and it was completely fine.
You didn't.
And then
You
I got
run out
back.
of battery.
No, nothing like that. No, it just couldn't work out how our phone worked. And then I rolled back in, and then I was absolutely exhausted, and I can't remember what we did that night. Still partied though, so didn't we?
Well, I think actually that was the last night of the stag do. So if you carried on partying, then we'd all gone home. Or maybe you did.
No, I definitely. Yeah, I can't remember. It was fun though.
Well, I mean that's not the first time you've ended up somewhere unexpected, is it? Remember
Is this the marathon story?
The time you walked to Manchester and then decided halfway that it was a wrong choice. And
where did you walk from Manchester from?
So you do you want to tell the story?
No, what would it have been? It would have been Charleville Road.
So what was happening?
Right. So this is another one that's a difficult one to say.
Well, you were at home and your friends in Manchester messaged you and said,
"No, that's not.
We're on a night out. I think it'd be a good idea for you to join us." And instead of getting the train,
no. So what happened was, say, like in sort of early hours of the morning, I was like, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny?" Because I knew some friends that were going out in Manchester that night, and I thought, "Wouldn't it be funny if I walked to Manchester?" So I was on Charleville Road, Then I headed into the Peak District,
Yeah.
walked for ages, and then like stumbled upon a llama farm on the way.
As you
And
do.
I was like,
As
in
you do
my state, in my adult state, I was like, what on earth is that sort of animal doing here? And then I went, and it was loads of llamas, which was quite wonderful, really, a great thing to see.
Yeah.
And then I got to a high point, and occasion in the countryside, you get like big metal cylinders, and it's like New York, so many miles. London, so many miles. Hong Kong, so many miles. And it's got all these things pointing off
Yeah.
in the middle of there. Not one saying where the fuck Manchester was.
And it's pitch black as well at this point.
No, this is the day at this point,
it's
mate.
it's daytime, right?
And then there
okay.
wasn't
So you set
one
off
saying.
during the
And then I
daytime.
was like, well, which direction do I head? And then I just went home.
On the way back from that, did you not end up in the middle of a race for life?
Oh no, that was on the way. Yeah, that was that was on the way. It was on Endcliffe Park. It was a
Oh,
race for life, and it was
okay.
very confusing. I was like, "Wow, these people running at me," and it was
Did you join in for a bit?
no, because I was going the opposite way. I was like the salmon going upstream, but I initially was like, "Fucking, what do they know that I don't?" And in a way, only a hero would walk towards the danger.
In your adult state?
Yeah, in my adult state, which we can't mention.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Did you have a fear, or was it more like, nah?
I was having a great time. I just found it very funny, to be honest. The whole thing.
I think I would have
My goodness.
shit my pants. Oh God.
Well, there's a few of those stories. As well, isn't there?
There's a few.
That
That was quite good in a way, because the only time like I really shat my pants was in like early 20s.
Yeah.
And I was worried, like, you know, like,
Was that
because
the- that
I've
was the
genuinely
last
not
time?
done it. Yeah, like not done it since. And I was
Not
like,
even if you've had norovirus.
no, genuinely, like, sure, a bit of residue, but like nothing beyond that.
Really
And,
good anal retention.
Yeah, but it might have been because like a few times in my early 20s there was a couple of sharting incidents, and I was kind of worried. I was like, oh God, is this just going to be a problem that gets worse, and that's going to be like something I really need to keep my eye on. And in a way, I've got like a bit of a phobia of it, and it's generally not happened. Certainly not in my 30s.
I pooed on the floor last week.
Did you?
Genuinely, a little bit.
And like deliberately,
just
or
for fun.
was,
Just a little bit. How do you just do it?
I was just, I don't know what happened.
were you naked?
I did a fart and then it turned into a
Yeah,
shark.
yeah. I mean that's what a shart is, isn't it? No one sets off wanting to do that, do they? It just sometimes, you know. And I
ran-
understand why.
Yeah. Well, I ran
But
to the
I've literally not
toilet
farted for 15 years now, just in case.
because you're terrible.
Just because one time I did it on the way to Leadmill. Fucking unbelievable.
What did you do with your boxers when you got to Leadmill?
Yeah, well, we all know, don't we?
Well,
you know.
no, we don't. Please tell us though. What did you do? Leadmill, famous Sheffield
Right,
institution.
so what I did was a double bluff and just looked like I was just going into the toilet cubicle, whipped the old pants off, and then just left him in there. Did the rest of the night commando. Cleaned up as well.
Was it-
Actually cleaned up.
was
Yeah, definitely cleaned. I didn't just.
I was
yeah.
going to say they had toilet paper in the cubicle. You didn't have to wash your anus.
No,
in
it
the
was
toilet like
Leadmill,
a
so no,
bidet.
they didn't.
You wiped your ass
You
with the
could've used the
pants.
Yeah. Come on, we all know, don't we?
You didn't go.
The lady doth protest too much. You went straight there with it before I could even tell you. You can use your socks. Yeah.
Sockless and pantless in Leadmill. You'd fit
Yeah.
right in, to be fair.
Yeah, fair.
Is that why it's closing down? Not enough.
They did cite that actually in the article, but yeah.
Of all the Sheffield history were made here. Dom Kidson one night
Yeah,
shit
they-
himself, poked his shitty pants down the side at cubicle and carried night
Do you know what
on.
they did? They bronzed them and stuck them on the door.
They need like a picture and just like a plaque underneath a Y.
There are lots of paintings on the Leadmill door of like its history and stuff, and I do think a pair of shitty Kidson pants should be on there, to be fair, if they want to show you true respect.
Yeah, fair.
Do you think people in Sheffield show you enough respect for what you've done for the city?
No, not really. There used to be a time where I couldn't walk down the street without loads of people saying, "Oh, have you got any spare change?" And now they don't even bother. They don't even bother with that. Could walk into any establishment in this city and they'd go, "Sorry, you've got to leave. I remember what you did last time." And now nothing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been genuinely refused entry to a place?
Yeah, definitely. But like, I always take that as law. You know, like when you see people arguing with the bouncer, I don't know how many bounces are like, oh yeah, you are right. Yeah, going in. Sorry, I was initially wrong. No, of course. Yeah, like it's
Never.
yeah. So I'm always very polite when I'm drunk. That's how you get away with it. Yeah, like so.
You are
apart from to James Thurman,
Yeah.
that arsehole.
Beers are kicking in.
Yeah,
then.
the beers are kicking in. How many are we on? I was going to say there needs to be a counter somewhere.
I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
There's
We can do it. We can do it afterwards, and you can sort of judge it in the edit.
There's been a couple more questions, Dominic,
Oh, go on then.
that have come in. One of them is from our dear friend, your friend and mine, Jamie Rambo Strickland.
Oh yeah.
He would like to know a little bit about your time in Thailand. Apparently, there was a point in time he said and stated that him and Ben Morris were prepared to go to Thailand to repatriate your body, your corpse, because there was a near-death experience you suffered where you nearly fell off a cliff through the floor of a bar.
Yeah. So I mean that did happen, but like what?
Should we begin with the beginning? The year is 2020. It's around March time.
Mm-hmm.
Something unknown is happening, sweeping through the world. COVID-19 is here.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
Dominic John Kidson has made plans.
Right.
Big plans,
yeah.
baby.
So basically, it was obviously not a split decision. Like I'd sort of quit my job in London. In Surrey technically, and I'd not got anywhere to live really. And then I booked my ticket. I'd had my ticket booked for ages, and then
It's going travelling, baby. 2020 is
yeah,
going to be my year.
my initial thing was to go just to go traveling for 6 to 8 months. I said, I thought, and then as like the world was kind of shutting down, but I am a bit of a cheapskate, so I'm not. I've spent like 300 quid on this ticket. Like I'm gonna.
It's non-refundable.
And then genuinely didn't think I would make it onto the plane. Didn't think I would be allowed because I had to go via Sweden. Didn't think they'd let me in.
What day did you fly?
I believe it was March the 18th.
Which is the day that the world locked down.
No, I don't.
In the UK, right? Or
Yeah,
was it the
yeah.
19th? It was
something
as it
like
was
that.
happening.
But then I got to Thailand, and I basically had 4 days in Bangkok and then you could sort of see things closing down, and I was like, crikey, I've just moved from a city. If I'm going to go get locked down for a few weeks or whatever it was supposed to be, I will go to somewhere where there's a beach.
Yeah.
So I just went to a beach called Ao Nang. I made it as far as Ao Nang, did a bit of partying, then the world's in lockdown, and it was like quite an interesting and scary place.
Yeah.
Really being in another country in a lockdown.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really understand what's going on.
On your own as well.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I made some friends there and stuff, and and then I ended up living there in Thailand. Not just that one place. I ended up living in Thailand for like 1 year and 8 months or something.
Yeah.
And there was some escapades.
Whilst the rest of us were trapped in our houses in the UK, I
was at the beach.
We did
getting pink, baby.
We did a few phone calls where all of me and Dom are part of what was called the Cool Beans Roadshow. That's me, Chris Arnold, Kev Tunga at the length, and
the length.
Yeah, he's got a humongous penis.
Cool. Carry on.
And Dom, and we do video calls. Me, Kev, and Chris would be locked in our houses, depressed, and Dom would be like on a beach somewhere, really pink. So that was nice. Thank you for that. I just wanted.
It was great.
It
was great, really, because initially it seemed like quite foolishness to just go to another country while it was about to lock down.
Did you know there was a sweepstake on?
I did hear about that. Yeah,
we had a group where we'd all been invited into it by a guy called Adam, Chris's friend, and he put like bets on basically like, okay, who wants like odds on Dom Kidson surviving lockdown and staying in Thailand? And we had like 30 days, 3 hours. I think death was an option.
I do believe that surviving in Thailand wasn't an option. That was It was arrested. I think it was when I would get arrested or deported or something. I mean, I didn't really have to say much part in it, to be fair.
No,
I outlived that whole thing.
Did you ever see any money? Ever see any money from that?
No, it was never. I mean, I should have. Because I only heard that like afterwards, and should have been stipulated.
Well, yeah, I think you should have been informed about it. To be fair.
And then if I stayed the entire time, then I could have got some money. That would have been quite good.
Well, it's not the first instance of people owing you money, is it? To be fair, Pregs.
Oh,
Wait, no, did you owe somebody else? money for that?
No. You've misremembered that. That's
How
just
much-
Chris
how
Arnold
much
being
money-
a capitalist.
How much money did you owe Chris Arnold
Now,
from Freg's?
now I paid him fair and square up front. Unless all we heard, oh God! So this is going to be very, for people that don't know me, people that aren't Chris Arnold, this is going to be very confusing content.
He's getting really
So you need
angry
universal
listening to this.
content.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think like?
Make it universal.
Do you think on the YouTube, like on YouTube, whenever you say someone's name, like a celebrity, they come up at the bottom?
Yeah.
Do you think when we say Chris Arnold's name, his face is just going to appear in the description?
That would be great if it does.
It will be.
You could do a
amazing.
little cutaway and do a little explainer of what Pregs is.
He'd really like that.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you explain what Pregs is right now?
So Pregs is an idea that Chris Arnold came up with, which was to sell pregnancy T-shirts that said Pregs on them in the Greggs logo.
and at the time you were
and-
working for a t-shirt company.
Yeah. So,
And they accepted like
but you know,
commission.
and then Chris Arnold's the only good idea he's ever had. and as a man devoid of talent, he thought, who do I know that could do that for me? And I did that. And then it was like, it sold relatively well. And what the thing was, I'd split half the commission with him. And then it slowly went down a little bit. People tweeted about it, and then Pregs got hold of it. So I believe they started making official ones, or
Greg's
more-
got hold of it.
Greg's got hold of it. Yeah. Or why? What did I say?
You said Pregs.
You've said Pregs got hold of it.
And which is it called? Pregs.
Greg's.
Greg's. And what do they do? And they yeah, and then there was a time where like at all the Pregs commission I'd split with him 50-50, and that's fair deal. But then it did wheedle out, but then he'd still be not that year, like still to this day he'd be like, oh, where's all the commission? And I don't get any money from him anymore because
You lost your job.
Greg's the bakers.
Yeah.
They
Bakery.
started doing it, and it works because a lot of people that eat Greg's can sometimes look, there can be a beefy bloke putting
Yeah.
a Pregs. Hilarious, great banter.
It's a
So
good
but
joke,
they've
yeah.
already taken over the market. But I don't see any of that money anymore. I think they took them down, the ones that I had up.
Yeah.
But and then I think there was some times where it was like a $5 or something. I was like, I can't be asked giving him £2.50. But he would have preferred it that way.
Yeah. So I mean, you probably do owe him a bit of money, but it's not very
I
much.
reckon less than £30.
Can we call it a figure just so Chris knows? I know that he's watching, listening.
Did you just fart?
No.
Oh, right.
You're not seeing it.
No, I
Bleep it so he doesn't know how much it is as well, please.
Great.
So Thailand.
Right,
You
I need a pee now. Can I go for a pee?
Do you want a little break?
Should we have a little break?
We never do this, but yeah, go on then.
Really? You made O'Hara sit here?
Yeah, for 3 hours.
He must
No,
have pissed his pants.
He got a break.
Yeah, of course he did.
He
Yeah,
got a break.
Yeah, I do need a break. I do need a pee. I've
Yeah,
got
go
quite
on.
a weak bladder.
Go and do it. Dominic, tell us about your time in the People's Republic of China when you were there. You were going to talk about China, weren't you?
Are we on?
Yeah,
China.
So Thailand, yeah. So
Thailand.
I,
Sorry, yeah, it's the other one.
The CCP.
So and then obviously I was there for a year and 8 months, and there's a very sort of, despite it being sort of, there's rules on that, it's very liberal when it comes to like
Fucking.
drink driving. Yeah, a bit of that. But it's drink driving a scooter.
They're called tuk-tuks, aren't they?
What? Fuck it.
Oh, they won't let me in charge of a tuk-tuk. No, that's like a scooter with a little carriage on the back.
I've always wanted to blast on one of those.
Did you ride in a tuk-tuk?
Oh, yeah, of course, mate. Come on.
Is that a euphemism?
That would have been, yeah. And you fill in the gaps.
Were there,
That's what I called it.
This wanted.
were there any Gregs out there?
There
people in
wasn't.
Greg's
You know
t-shirts?
what? That's one thing. They've got a lot of stuff right. One of them is like
No, the bakeries.
of complete devoid of sort of battered items and cheese. Not battered items.
What, that's-
bread
that-
and cheese is a real.
That's an item they've got right or wrong.
Yeah, that's something. It's not that much of it there. But tell you something they have got right. Like a little hose, like a bum gun. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
when you're done, you spray your bottom once you've done the business.
Yeah.
Like a B-day.
Sort of, but it's on a hose and
On a
it's
hose,
there.
yeah,
And don't get me wrong, like probably didn't have what you'd call a normal poo for 1 year and 8 months. But crikey, you could eat off my arsehole if you wanted to. It was literally incredible. Like, and the fact that we've not got that in the Western world, the bum gun.
Well, the French love it, don't they?
Mate,
Hey, right.
Did the
right.
French invent it, or did they steal it from the
Wiping
East?
your bottom on
thank you.
pieces of paper
Thank you.
that rip off like some sort of fucking savage ape.
Yeah.
I bought one for this reason.
For that, the paper there is there in that country just to dab off and carry on the way. You
That's
can put
it.
it in a
Just
bin.
dry your
There's no
arsehole.
fucking
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
bum gun
yeah.
is
It's
absolutely
amazing.
the
Like,
one.
and the fact that we like, and whenever I get a house. So what you were what were you saying, Dave? Have you got one in your house?
Dave bought one from Temu.
Perfect.
For three
Don't know what
pounds.
Temu is.
Installed it himself. It caused a leak in his toilet for
Fuck, how does he?
up to a year, and
I mean, the
And
only-
hose,
the only-
you created. So you got a bidet or you got a hose? You got a bum gun.
I
You
got
a bum
right.
gun.
I got one from Temu.
How powerful are we talking?
I couldn't even.
Can you
install
get
it,
yourself a
lad.
little mini colonic?
it was a £3 bum gun. So what do you reckon? Do you
Well,
reckon
no wonder there was a
Super
leak.
powerful.
I didn't even install it, mate. Like I managed to get it all. Like I
got it
took
all
all the
hooked
bits
up?
off, and I was like, I didn't even get it hooked up, mate. Didn't even get that far, and then and my toilet started leaking after that because I took it off, tried to get it on, didn't have the right connector. Fucking, I was like, oh fuck this, put it all back together, and then
Yeah.
a month later, Anglian Water said you got a fucking leak.
Great,
great.
Great. Major water leakage.
Excuse me, sir,
Noticeable by the water company.
there appears to be a water leak coming from your toilet.
One of the reservoirs is dry, Dave.
Have you been
Dave, you've got a moat around your house.
Have you been installing a bum gun? Was it the one from Temu? We need to know.
Not
about
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Brought environmental health in, all of that. But in Thailand, was there ever an instance where you were around someone's house, used a bum gun, and maybe dried your anus on their hand towel? And if not, could,
I can't
if not, could there have
say
been?
that didn't happen, but I don't think it did. I would be because that kind of sounds like you've got video evidence. That would sound like a real trap, that doesn't it?
We're just gonna pop
And
that video
here
in.
it is.
We're gonna pop that video in here. Yeah, come over to the Patreon for the uncensored. No, I don't have video evidence of you wiping your anus with a hand towel.
You
know
got
what?
a point though, mate. Like we live like savages. Why are we
Yeah.
wiping our butts with like
Let's
paper?
hope it's good quality so none goes on my thumb.
I tell you-
Horrible.
Also, why do they have like puppies on them? Do you know what I mean? Like Andrex,
paper.
like they have puppies and you just wiping it.
no,
I
on.
know-
what that is.
I know about that.
Yeah, go on.
You know about that.
Because,
Yeah, let you say.
because before toilet paper was invented, we used to wipe our arse on dogs. What were you going to say, Jim?
The real reason was that they've done lots of market research and people find puppies and babies calming. But yeah.
A good fair play. You don't want a thrill ride when you're wiping your ass, do you? You want it to be. You want a calming experience, yeah. Because God knows it can be a horror show.
Well, if the Leadmill had had bum guns all those years ago when you shit
Not a problem
yourself,
at all. Yeah,
you
no
could
problem
just
at all.
hose yourself down. You could have hosed your pants off. You could have hosed your pants off and hung them up to dry in the toilet on the top of the cubicle, and at the end of the night, come over,
Yeah.
put your wet pants.
you
In
were-
fact, why didn't you wash your pants in the sink of the Leadmill, and then come back later and collect them
For
and
a
take them
lot
home?
of reasons. Number one, they would have been robbed.
How bad was the shit? I don't think anyone's going to rob some
How emotionally
previously
attached
shitty
are you
pants.
to your pants?
Yeah,
You
not
need
at that
to,
point.
like-
I
In a way,
quite
in
like
some
pants.
way, you're quite happy that they've done the job, their ultimate job. But you're not.
The last
But,
line
but,
of-
but you've not got sentimental attachment to them, as in like, I'll fish them out later
What do you think's a pants' ultimate job?
in case you shit yourself.
They're a
Right, because they've got a job
That's a
to keep.
nappy, isn't it?
Yeah, Paul. Hey, what do you
Keep shit off your trousers.
What do you
is
think? That's
definitely-
that's like the adult version of a nappy that's not an adult nappy. You know. Hey, for cleanliness, so we're not rubbing bits in jeans. Sure.
I thought, yeah.
But if I was to shit my pants,
So I
at
thought it
least
was.
the pants are there.
I thought it was for like a reassuring touch on your genitals, just like like a close touch that you.
in
got
a
like
way, yeah. But you could live
sheath.
without that. Surely that made me feel comfortable. But
Well, I don't think I'd like the feel of my bell tip against the zip.
no,
Yeah.
certainly not.
Yeah,
no.
No, I think that's maybe the ultimate.
And I
purpose of pants for
had,
me.
because I've had to do that before. Maybe
What,
not
rub your-
necessarily even that night, but like,
Rub your
and then that
penis
is,
tip against the zip.
Then why do girls wear
No,
pants?
Sorry?
Well, so their vaginas don't get like all caught in denim.
all caught in denim.
Yeah, what if they're wearing jeans? Because
Well,
women, women-
when how like sometimes whales get caught in nets.
Well, I feel like you need a protective layer to keep your labia away from your denim.
Oh, imagine getting your labia caught in a zip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not one person in this room can imagine that.
I can imagining it though. I could imagine having labia.
But it
and then
feels like you're
imagine-
getting some out of it.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit. You know me, Dom.
So I had a couple of bike crashes in Thailand.
Yes.
And they were and because it is very easy when it is like quite like an empty island or something, and you do sort of
Get drunk and
you
drive
could,
your bike.
drink a bit of drinking and driving, to be honest. And I've got some scars, but you know, survived, didn't I?
Drink driving scars.
Yeah, big one here.
Let's have a look.
Oh, sorry, I was sober for that one actually.
That looks like your Robbie Williams zip tattoo.
Yeah, no. It looks. I've got very pointy elbows as well. Look at that.
You do have weird elbows.
Yeah, not weird.
Has
pointy.
anyone said that to you before?
A lot of people,
Calm
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Well, they nearly had me for Muay Thai there, didn't they? Because there's a lot of elbows on that. And they were like, "Stop! You could have someone's eye out with that," but they said that in Thai.
Which is the translation.
Yeah, which is. Oh no, I can't. Very, very
Sign up
difficult
for
language.
the Patreon for the translation on that one. We'll do Korean. No, wait, Thai. Where were you? Korea, North Korea.
Did you? I want to know if you got COVID out there. Like, did it?
No, I didn't get COVID until I went back to Bristol.
Well, there we go.
You
Got
went
it.
to that gay sauna, didn't you?
No, I got it in a bloody bowling alley.
Oh, was Chris Arnold involved?
He was involved.
Yeah. Did he
yeah,
give you
yeah.
it?
Yeah, no, he. Yeah,
Well,
you
this
know.
that's what you get for not giving in the Pregs profits, isn't it? Gives you COVID.
Did you not get the no taste and the no smell, or was it just
I did. Everything tasted like shite.
cat shit for me? Because I know
Specifically,
what that tastes like.
yeah. Well, apparently so. Yeah. Let's investigate that. What do you mean?
To me, whenever I smoked, it smelled like, you know when you get senses.
Oh, it's smoking didn't taste nice.
No,
That's
it
weird.
didn't.
Smoking tasted like you were smoking cat
I was
shit.
like, I could smell cat shit, and I knew I had COVID.
How
at
long
the
have you
time.
had that cat you were talking about earlier?
Years. Yeah.
Years in. Okay. Yeah. No.
Just for clarification, we were on the phone to Dave earlier. It was a video call, and on the video call, he trod on a pile of cat sick.
Yeah.
And then showed us the cat sick. It looked like a fully formed turd to me.
Using my
Which
hands
is-
free.
Yeah, losing his
Yeah.
hands free. And little bit known to Dave that the cat, when it does do a shit indoors, it does it in his cigarettes, and then that's what you've been smoking. No, I remember like very simple food just tasting awful. It was
Yeah.
quite hard to eat, and I believe I taught English to Japanese people online, and
You believe you did, or you did?
No, I believe I did that. I did do that. And one of the comments afterwards was that was the worst. That was the worst English lesson I've ever had in my life. And I can't remember it, and I was sober, so God knows what the hell was going on in that lesson.
What does a lesson look like?
What's the lessons with Dom Kidson? What do they look like?
just some chatting. Basically, some people.
Hello, I'm Dom Kidson.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Have you close your eyes?
I'm doing your old voice, your throat bollock voice.
I've not got around to throat bollock.
No,
yet,
no,
How long
I
have we got left?
I think we should
Right,
say.
we're gonna have to go over to the Patreon, I think now. So, guys, if you want to
Really?
see more of Dom, we've done over an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you want to see more of Dom, we're going to talk about his throat bollock. We're going to talk about
The throat bollocks behind a paywall.
the throat bollocks behind a paywall.
Oh, it's worth it.
It was for the NHS
Subscribe,
as well.
For fuck's sake, subscribe.
It's worth it, yeah. Throat bollock behind a paywall, and also
Crikey.
we're going to talk about the time that I became your actual legal owner. And,
Oh yeah. That's the one good story we've got as well. So,
and also
yeah.
the time that you nearly died in Thailand. So if you've enjoyed this episode, sign up. It's just £1 a month, and you can cancel anytime. If you don't like it, fuck off. Thank you very much. Join the Patreon. Bye.